Yo, what's up, Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Cuties.
Oh, so now they're cute.
Really nice these weeks.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
It's Noah the Baghdaddy.
It's Chief Olasaji in the building, baby.
It's your girl Moeezy.
It's the Prince. What's happening?
And what episode is this?
215.
215. Thank you for watching, tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this around with
All that
your
good stuff.
friends, your parents,
Your grandma,
your grandma,
the cat,
Everybody.
maybe even if you want. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, everybody. We're joined by the best named podcast in Australia.
Yes, sir.
Well, half of them.
Who we got?
But the one and only Fufu Tibs.
Who do you have joining us right now, though?
I'm Mary, and no tagline.
Oh, sorry.
Mary the tagline.
Mary no
I'm
tagline.
just a little guy.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Nah, this is dope. I'm very happy that we could make this happen. I think obviously we wanted to see how we could do it up in Sid. But I'm actually happy it didn't work out.
We have better settings now.
Better settings now, and they probably would have fumbled like all the Sydney episodes like we did. So we're happy it's right now.
How are you feeling today? How you doing?
Good. A bit tired.
Relieved that our
Yeah, got
event
it.
is done
Event
and went well.
Can we clap it up for y'all? Because that looked
Yay! Shout out to Melb.
Thank you for coming out.
that was proper. It looked proper sick. I mean, we didn't dive into. Okay, if you guys didn't know, this is a second episode in collaboration that we're shooting. So make sure you check out the episode on their channel.
Yep.
Check out ours as well, obviously. But we didn't talk about what the actual event, like what went down, like what was it, what were you doing, what were you bringing together, and all that kind of stuff. So what was the purpose behind it? And
Yeah. So since we started, we love doing things for community, and we have a segment that we do every week or every episode, which is called Black Excellence, where we spotlight either a business, a person doing something excellent in Australia. So then we had the concept come in real life or into real life last year in Sydney, and it was amazing. It was a vibe, and we thought Melbourne is the next place.
Yeah.
Creative hub, like it just made sense. So that's what we hosted yesterday, and that was amazing. Yeah. It was a really good
Were you
turnout.
surprised by the turnout?
I mean, we got like online interest that there would be a turnout. So it felt surreal to see it in the flesh in a different city. Like I can't believe people care to come in another city.
Yeah.
So we did, but then we didn't in a way. So yeah.
But what gave you guys the confidence to go? Let's go to a different city that we're not too familiar with and do this workshop or this program there.
I think we are familiar in ways.
Yeah.
Because she has a network
I
here.
have quite the network here.
popular in that, huh?
Yeah, where does the network here come from?
I'm Ethiopian. That's
So
just
It's just it.
Network is straight from cousin.
Not
Literally.
literally, but yeah.
The people do.
I grew up coming here really frequently.
Right.
Yes.
In Sydney, actually, in the early 2000s, there was a massive excess of Ethiopians from Sydney to Melbourne. So we have a bunch of family friends that moved here when I was young, and I'm in contact with all of them.
Yeah.
So I come here to visit them, and then through them I met other people of my background, and so there was a network there. I was confident enough to be like, have people to reach out to, ask about what's the vibe here, what's going on here, and that's. I mean, I feel like as well because the platforms like us are rare enough where I think that people would at least have heard of us.
Yeah.
So I think that's what gave us confidence, and I feel like sometimes you gotta be a bit delusional, babe.
No, 100%.
But we also did research.
Yeah.
Like we
You
didn't
can't
go
like
in
be
blindly.
pussy about everything.
Yeah.
You have to just push it. Yeah, exactly.
And also we did get interest from
from
Melbourneians.
people,
Like my best friend lives here and she's like, when are you coming here? Do something here.
Yeah.
And we're just like, this needs to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it was crazy out of reach for us to do this. Yeah, for
You
sure.
got to go around and also do this in, let's say, Brisbane next.
Hey!
Is this something you're
It looks like Melbourne's tied them out.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot.
Especially when you have
Lives. We have
Just
lives,
that.
we have jobs, we have kids.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and then on top of that, like we want to do it to a standard by which like we feel proud of.
Yeah.
And we want people to like engage and be like, have you heard of Fufu Tibs? So if we're not doing it at that level, it's
and
gonna
just
be
doing everything, it's just that extra bit of anxiety because it's far away.
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna flop on the day? Like, we didn't see the venue until the day before.
True.
It's like, because we don't live here, bro.
Yeah.
We're not here. We're not actually flying back and forth to look at the venue.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a lot of work, and we need to refuel ourselves before even considering somewhere else. So.
I definitely don't think we've got that ability yet. What do y'all think?
What do you mean? Like what, coordination or just
Nah, coordination is fine. Well, yeah.
We're a good event. I don't know if people rock it.
Don't be modest.
No, for real.
You understand because you guys definitely have following on social media. Trust me.
She knows all the TikToks. She knows the ins and outs.
It's a lot.
All the analytics.
Yeah.
I think people underestimate how much people will show up.
Yeah.
You definitely like, oh, it's just us. We're gonna trust
Do
you.
it.
You underestimate how
See,
people
Brisbane will be our best bet.
Why, just because of the weekend?
Yeah, something like that.
Because you guys are getting fan love.
And Cindy, I don't know how we'll do though. I'm not too sure. That's gonna be interesting.
Gotta get the Arabs to come out for that.
That's
They will come in abundance.
They will.
They really will.
That's your guys' city.
Yeah, you guys run it. You guys run it.
That's Lebanon, baby. Oh my goodness.
Mini Beirut,
Hey,
bro.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Crazy. Yeah, you know what? It might just be because of a lot of the just familiarity of the people we have around us, kind of thing. It's different when you're going to another scene. It's like we've seen you all of this time, we've heard all this, but we've never been able to actually like, oh, I don't know, meet or properly or be at an event. So something might be different. Whereas here, it's like, I'll just catch them at the next event.
Yeah.
I'll be at the next party or next. You know what I mean? Like, it's like
You guys are forgetting we did a whole live show.
we did. Yeah, but
A
here.
whole live show here, and
Yeah.
people actually showed
I
up.
thought
Yeah.
that's
Melbourne, that's alright.
I feel like that's even more like
more like shows dedicated
Yeah.
for people. It's like it's just them to see you. There's nothing else there.
Exactly.
Would you guys want to be part of our next live show? If we somehow
What do you mean, like
No.
here?
Like, would you guys fly down
So you
to
can fly
be
us out?
Yeah,
so like a joint like a collaboration type thing.
No,
like
you're part.
like
It's like, no.
segment, I don't know, something like that.
Oh,
Because I feel like people would like
vibe with it.
Oh,
vibe
for sure.
with you guys a lot.
Yeah, I mean, let's take it off.
I don't like the yeah you said, man. It was a bit high. The yeah was high pitched, bro.
Stop it.
No, of course, guys. Let's be serious.
Mm.
Yeah.
It costs money, people.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
It costs money, and it's just
Yeah.
like it doesn't appear out of nowhere. So
Mm-mm.
it's
I mean,
generated.
how have you kind of managed that, like, along the journey? Because, I mean, firstly, there's...
Yes.
I mean, firstly, there's the dope aspect of just the, I guess, the deals or, like, partnerships we've seen you guys do, which we'll probably get into, which just is sick. But in terms of just managing it throughout, from when you started up until now, like, how is that going? Like, is it a burden sometimes? Or, yeah, how do you just navigate that whole space?
Yeah, it's a burden sometimes.
Yeah.
It's actually, like Mary said, we have our lives.
Yeah.
And it's just the podcast itself is challenging. We were really privileged to have Nike approach us for our first collaboration.
Yeah.
And I think that really put us
and
on
that
the
really put us
map.
on the
Yeah.
map.
That's dope.
And it's such a like we were saying like where do we go from here? It's Nike. Like
Yeah.
Literally, right?
It went to Nike, then it went to Jordan, and then
No way,
yeah.
That incident was the Jordan Dunks.
Because I know you did
Jordan-
two, you've done two, was
So
it
we
two
did the
events?
dunk drop and then we did the Jordan women's wear.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
What the hell are we doing now?
We're ugly, bro.
Are we the ugliest podcast?
But I'm gonna fuck.
Literally because there's no like there was rapping like there.
Don't do that.
They said four pretty girls gonna sell perfectly.
That's dope, though.
That helps. That helps.
It does help when
Yeah.
you're studying. But we had a really good relationship with one of the people that we met from the first dunk drop
Right.
that we did. And that really helped with this event because that person is Melbourne based. And so forging relationships and keeping them is so
Yeah.
important. Like maintaining relationships.
And knocking on doors. I mean,
Yeah.
we did approach people. We we tried.
Yeah.
We get on our Zooms. We try and make sure things happen. So
Yeah.
there's a lot like of intention behind what we're doing and who we're approaching.
You'd be
as well.
surprised who responds if you just DM or email. Like seriously.
Yeah.
And if you don't fortunately come across people who are really passionate about helping Black people get out there and flourish. So just gotta be bold and put yourself out there and be consistent with your relationships.
Definitely. Do you see yourselves like occupying some kind of a space that is there or needed in Sydney? Or
That's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah, like actively doing it as well, like as in consciously, because you can just get put into those categories as well sometimes. Like people can put you into like, oh yeah, this is this podcast that talks about these things, but it's like, do you consciously make the effort to, fulfill some kind of a need that's required?
I
or
think
fill a
just
space?
by our authentic selves, we
Yeah.
fulfill a need because we are
Yeah.
all Black women. And like we spoke about before, there's a lens that we all carry towards, like just general things that are happening within the world and then our personal experiences and where we are at in life.
Yeah.
So I feel like just our mere presence does fill a gap.
Yeah, exactly. And by way of not being like, this is a bad podcast, and then like
Yes.
we're just like speaking through a lens of our experience, and I think that authenticity really resonates with people. And I think because that experience has so often been American or British.
Facts.
It was the fact that it was organic and people could even like relate to the suburbs we've discussed.
Yeah.
So relate to the like, it was just so, because it was so organic that people felt so, they resonated with it so much. And I think if we're consistent with that, I feel like we can never really let our audience down.
Yes.
So I think that's a big part of the space we feel, quote unquote. Yeah.
It's proper sick. It's proper sick to watch. I think when we saw we saw the like the cloud. I think it was DJ. I was like, yo, what's up?
I was like, how do you do that?
Yeah, what's
Yeah, just keep doing what you're
who
doing,
the heck
guys.
you gotta talk to?
Honestly, and stuff.
Yeah, definitely your parents. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Say, man, we need to get talking, bro.
It's work. Like that was
Yeah.
2 full day shoots.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Hey, man, I'll do it. Hey, give me 3 days, bro.
The lead up. Like, cause we do like curate things. We like we are the ones that are selecting the vendors.
Yeah.
Like we're the ones that are like trying to be like, what's the vibe?
Facts.
What are we going to display in the space? We're the ones bringing that kind of like
It's a job.
input.
Yeah.
So it is a job in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
not light work.
So it's a good
I mean,
job.
we're not
Not when
saying-
you have another actual job.
Yeah.
And then you're like trying to juggle everything. It's like,
Yeah.
people underestimate, I think, how much. I just underestimated when I started this thing, like how
Yeah.
much work would go into it.
Yeah.
Would you guys like for this to be a full-time thing for you guys?
Yes. Very heavy on the pause,
I
man.
feel like I feel like we're privileged to be doing these kinds of things. Like even the fact that we were able to come here, is a big thing. Full time, I mean, I'll see what God opens. Like it depends what, how I can balance that in my life. I always say I'm not a creative, so I don't know like how
What do you mean by that?
feel.
What do you mean by that? I'm not crazy.
I feel like I'm just surrounded by like creatives and the podcast.
Kind of say it right? Yeah, maybe. No,
I know, but the podcast space
Yeah.
often is seen as a creative space.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that and just a lot of the ventures that we do, it requires that creative
Gotcha,
lens.
okay, yeah.
So
I
I'm just
feel
like,
you because I'm also not a creative person as well. I'm always fighting for my life, trying to get the creativeness out of me. Whereas these guys, like, they
It's just
have
so
it naturally.
so
they just have it
natural.
Yeah, and it definitely is one of those where it's like if you're in the podcast space, people expect that you will have all these.
Sorry.
My ears are
The hands. But people expect you to always have like all these ideas and like, different ventures. Like you need to be ready, especially we've had a few people reach out to us, to do like, different projects and ideas. And I'm just there like, all right, brain.
How do we make
What do
this
you do
happen?
here?
Yeah.
My brain, think of it.
Yeah. For
But
sure.
does it help having like
100%. I think we all lean on each other's
Yeah.
strengths and
100%,
talents,
yeah.
and we all bring
days.
things that, like, honestly, like it just works.
Yeah.
I don't think any other formula would have worked for us.
And
to be
that's why I
honest.
think part of the chemistry is that we actually live different lives. Like
Yeah.
when we started, I was a student. Like Mary was just the first one was on the way, like first baby, and like these two were like deep in their careers, and we just brought so many different things to the podcast. And I think that like when you are coming from such different places in life, sometimes people are like, oh, but they don't have much in common. They don't have. That's our strength.
Yeah, for sure.
Our strength is our differences. Because we're like, obviously we say things respectfully to each other, but we do have disagreements all the time on the pod, have different ideas, and it's just. I think our ability to be different but still be in harmony is a huge part of like why we work.
I think, like, even as a fan listening to other people's content stuff, I'm like, or even when we produce our own content, I'm like, the best stuff is when we sit there disagree. I hate when we just agree on things and then we're like, oh, next
Just
time.
a bunch of yes men saying the same thing.
Like,
echoing
all
each
the
other.
podcasts are trash.
They suck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's even like, oh, let's start a podcast.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
What would you
And-
say? Oh,
And like,
What should we bring to the table?
it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. And then
Yappa,
press
man.
it. Actionate.
Yeah, you shut it.
Like,
That's it.
like, and that's why I think it's a lot of wank because.
What did you call it? I've never heard this.
Like wank, like when it like creating airy fairy nonsense. Like,
Yeah.
Or like nothing makes sense.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
just like,
Waffle.
yeah, waffle. Like,
My new Chinese one, man. Wank. Wait, hold on. Hey, my bad. Hello. Hey, yo, editor, yeah, me.
No, just
Alright, yeah, no, for real.
You gotta have that, but like the back and forth.
Yeah.
I think this is important on a podcast.
Yeah.
People love
Like-
those episodes, that back and forth episode.
Yeah, that's
Especially when
interesting.
it's like, man, this guy got against them too. People are like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
What
This
are
is
your
interesting.
most contentious disagreements you think on this podcast?
I don't know what it is, but me and Mal
We're
always
always on
agree
the
on
same-
everything,
yeah.
and these two always agree on it.
I feel like low-key, I think the relationship topics,
Always brings it out.
I think
Always
relationship topics,
on
me and
this
this
list.
Yeah.
guy,
Triggering ones.
yeah, I feel like with relationship stuff, I feel like me and this guy tend to agree a little bit more.
Yeah. And then
It's
us
literally always like that. Like, there's
Yeah.
been a few times when it's been a different matchup, but it's always myself and Carlos.
You
And
see.
then Mao and Noah, and they link up,
Also,
and
it's
then we're all.
not that deep. They're like, but if you look at it this way, it shows that you care about the feelings.
Oh.
Ah, okay,
It's
so I was
just
gonna
mad.
say, what is it about
Yeah,
you
it's,
guys
it's
that
almost like
there's
that,
always,
you know?
Caring.
yeah, it's just sort of a hard
Bro, shut up! You guys are trying to big up himself right now.
just the emotional intelligence. Yeah, I see.
Get out of here.
Advertising yourself, see.
That's what it is.
So you're okay. From what I gathered, you are more of the jokester.
Yes.
Yeah, what's the
And like
personality?
more sarcastic. Or like jokey, like
I mean it.
no, you're more of a roaster. I would say.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
comfortable making fun of people.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with taking it as well.
That's
Yeah,
very accurate.
that's-
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very accurate. I feel like a lot of my to be serious, a lot of my like banter, like
Oh,
banter,
yeah.
I
I love it. Yeah,
like,
yeah,
in a
yeah.
loving way.
Yeah.
It's like such a thing I grew up around.
Yeah.
It's like another
Right.
cultural
Yeah.
commonality we
But
have
it's
as well.
hurtful in English, right? With the
Yeah, it's so rude.
Like
Yeah.
when Lebos do it with the Lebanese accent, but
Yeah.
in English, it's
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
relax.
They mean it.
Yeah, like one of my best friends' moms was like, oh yes, ugly. But she mentioned it like a nice way. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
It was
What
very.
about for y'all? What do y'all disagree most about?
Say everything.
I can think of a few instances where
Yeah.
like there's been like
Like,
the
Strong
wedding
Bohemian.
one.
Okay.
Wedding. Oh, when we're talking about like etiquette when it comes to weddings.
Oh yes, we did have.
Yeah, yes,
Right.
yes.
What did we disagree about?
She's ready to start the argument again.
That's how she knows she's right.
What you said, just
The way Gideon got up, fix the jumper and that.
There's nothing in the other room.
she said, tell them.
It was about like
How much you would give and like expectations to give.
Oh,
But
right.
you know what I
That's
realized?
it. Yeah.
I realized that when I was growing up and like I started going to weddings and things like that, I was very influenced by how Lebanese people do things.
Okay.
And they actually give. And I feel like maybe that mentality is not really prominent within my community.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was on the side, no, Negroes, like, come on. Like,
You need to do
what
something.
do you think you're doing? Like,
Yeah, just come
you
and
know,
chop.
you're contributing to that, somebody's life, and like it's a
I think I
big
was
milestone.
No,
Yeah.
I had a realization. Maybe that was also my influence.
Exactly, but now I
Yeah.
look back and I'm like, actually, right.
You
I
didn't
don't
right
feel
there.
like- yeah, but it's
Nah.
also just like the expectation shouldn't be there. Like, at the end of the day, you're the one that's doing it.
Yeah.
I can't expect the general. Like, I think you're right. We are a generous group.
Yes,
Arabs.
for
I think
sure.
we're actually pretty generous. And like,
Yeah.
hospitable.
Bro, if I'm at dinner and the
Yeah.
bill comes, why is it a fight?
Yeah.
Why are we fighting?
It's too much. It's
For the
very-
bill.
It's
a tussle.
It gets a bit violent.
Yeah.
It's
But
not into my culture as well.
That's it. That's
Just
crazy.
gonna go to the bathroom while
While everyone's sorting it out, yeah?
Yeah.
Take an important phone call on the way out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna find out or try to ask, because you guys, he's the what? Sarcastic. Sarcastic.
You gotta use the Queen's English.
Sarcastic. You know what I mean? The banter, I joke at that. Like everyone else, even yourselves on your pod too. What personality role do you think you kind of like sit into, or like what do you think? What's your angle that you're bringing? Even
The
you're all too,
angle.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like, yes, jokester funny. She's funny too.
We all have our moments of being.
Yeah, I feel like we're all funny, to be
Yeah.
honest. Because I always tackle at what Gillian says, always tackle at what Vanessa
Yeah.
says. Hey.
Even the grandma.
I know.
Wow, the schmuck.
Who's like serious or
No one's serious. We're
I don't
not
know, yeah,
serious
just
people.
what else kind of comes in? The informative one or
You got
She be on her Zoom, she be on TikTok, she just knows.
The way she sent me emails about this.
That was you? You ready
This
to
is
know.
our question list. This is, I was like,
Yeah.
very organized.
No.
Order in the court.
So what were the three of you doing then?
No, that's our responsibility. That's why we all have our roles.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
This is her. That's what she's
Someone
supposed to
already
be doing.
typed up the
Vanessa is the
email.
most organized
Melb
one.
just
Yeah.
sent the
Okay,
email.
no, I can see that too.
I'm definitely the most chaotic. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
organized.
yeah,
No. I definitely have lots of random miscellaneous knowledge. I'm
Yeah.
a big reader. Like,
Yeah.
I just like my clients. I'm like, actually, 1942 did it like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And I think,
Okay.
yeah, we're all funny.
No, no one really says much about
So
me.
nobody's funny.
If we all are.
I guess it's an old funny.
You know when everyone's funny? Nobody's funny.
Who's caring like that? Yeah, yeah. Who brings out like the really caring nature, or like
Okay.
sympathizing?
Who's the
Okay.
meanest?
Meanest.
Weirdest or meanest?
Meanest. Oh.
Me, maybe. I think I'm mean.
Like, what is
Mean,
it?
right? You
Yeah.
said mean.
Mm.
Or maybe sometimes the way Gillian says
Yeah,
things,
no,
it's just like, oh,
Yo, no, wait, hold on. The way Remco was waiting, she's like, no, he
oh, sorry, it's Gillian. Yeah.
Sometimes blunt.
Yeah, very blunt. And just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like that's a bit like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm the meanest one on the pod. They
Oh.
Yeah, we
I
had
would
this.
think it.
We had this revelation.
It's not mean on the pod.
Off the top.
What do you mean?
And it's not mean. And it's not mean to us.
Okay. Some people.
This guy is the dick.
Oh.
No, I'm playing.
Oh my gosh.
I had nothing. I had nothing to say. Man, I got no words for that, man.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
feel like role wise, yeah, I feel like I don't think there's anything. We're not assigned a role.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously not a side. Like, hey, you be funny in this
Oh, we don't have
episode.
like specific like personality.
Yeah.
I feel like
type.
my thing at the beginning when I was the youngest, like that's not even a thing anymore.
It's still.
You went in certain conversations, yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
showing your age. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, I
The meanest.
I wish he yanked her.
That's why sometimes I'm very self-aware.
Even if I was like, I can't believe she hasn't been beaten up before.
Yeah. Hey, that's what's up.
She has no
Hang me out the
filter.
beach.
Yeah.
She has no filter. It's very crazy.
Oh, shoot.
Oh man.
It's
I love this
hilarious.
kind of friend. This friendship is cool.
We're definitely like, oh, that was me. Like,
Yeah. But it's just like, no. Keep it
It's
pushing.
just been was any time ago.
Yeah. I think we're very.
Does anyone feels get hurt when you guys are being raw with each other, or
On the pod.
no, not on the pod, like just in general? Now, this more in terms of the friendship that you guys have
That's a bit
together.
personal.
No, I don't think. I feel like
Is
we
it?
have. No, I think like we have friendships where it's a safe friendship.
Yeah,
when,
it's a safe friendship.
when you're called out,
Yeah.
it's from a place of love.
Yeah, and like I don't think we. Yeah, it's not like person like, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah.
Like, we're pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're pretty cool.
I think that's pretty dope. Like, what do you think is like brought out for you then, like as individuals? I mean, you were saying that before the whole thing was that you were the young one. You've obviously like, grown, obviously like,
I
yeah,
realized like I've actually progressed through several life stages over the course of this podcast.
yeah.
Like I was a student, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like, it was like in the midst of COVID, and like I was already late to finish, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then
Just
I
peak, yeah.
get jobs and stuff, and now like I'm in a settled career and like all of that. So I feel like I was a different person at the beginning of the podcast.
Wow.
So I was like 24, and now I'm gonna be 28 soon. So yeah, I feel like it was a very formative area of life that it fell into.
That's really interesting.
I
think for me, because at the time when we started, like actually recording and putting out content, I just had my first baby, and I think in terms of like where I was mentally and like finding myself again and just staying in touch with like who Mary is, I felt like that was a good outlet. Because motherhood can be so all-consuming. It can just be like, you know, this is your world. It shifted like significantly, but it was always like, I always felt like I could come to Fufu Tibs and like that glimpse of Mary would still show. So I felt like it did keep me sane as much as I talk shit about the podcast and like oh my god.
What did you call it before? The dusty podcast?
I know. It was only because of the sound, like the sound. And because I do the editing, it's just like sometimes I'm like, oh my
I was
god.
thinking back to the Eastside Molly podcast.
It's horrible.
I remember watching Insecure and I was like, oh, let me go back and listen to the podcast we had about that. Oh my days.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was like, like we were recording the bathroom.
Yeah, it was really, really bad.
Well, hopefully this one doesn't echo
No,
too
it
much.
better not. It better not. It
Whoever
better not.
saw the acoustics.
I really like that aspect of, especially with like women in, I guess, children of immigrants and that kind of stuff. It's like kind of just going, okay, my life doesn't stop at motherhood.
Exactly.
Especially like for me, that's one thing. Like I was even having a conversation with my dad. It's like out of force, the way that things happen in New Zealand, whatnot. My mom just decided to be a stay-at-home mom. It was cheaper than if she worked and sent us both to
school,
which is crazy. And so, just like naturally, it's like for her, it's like life became just about motherhood. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm like, I feel a bit, I wouldn't say guilty, but I'm just like,
but it
I
is.
want you to have your own things.
Life.
You know what I mean? Like things outside of our family.
That's right.
And it's, I guess now she's like at an age where it's like this is comfortable to her. Mm-hmm. But like I'm like, damn, like I love seeing like my sister. It's like, yeah, she has a kid, yeah, she has a husband, yeah, she has all this kind of stuff, and she's like does her own thing, her own life, all this kind of stuff. Like, people like yourself, all that. I'm like, that's just cool, and I think for your kids, that's dope to witness in the future. It's like, oh, my mom did Nike collaboration.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and that's honestly what has also been something that I've been like hanging on to, the fact that like my kids will be able to see this and to be like, my mum, yes, she's my mum, but she's multi-dynamic. She, she works full time, she's got a career, she's got, side hustles, and she's also, put herself out there. This, I feel like having a podcast is actually quite brave. Like sometimes you're up for a lot of, criticism, your opinions. So I feel like that in itself shows, to be confident in who you are and be brave and go out there and do things that maybe you didn't think you could do, So
I think one more thing I think it helped me put my skills and talents into use. I feel like I was just been sitting in the corner gathering dust. If I it pushed me, because the fact that it's in a group incentivizes me a bit more. Because I feel like I wouldn't be utilizing them.
That's funny because I think maybe I gained skills, or maybe I just
I'm used to getting
skills.
Okay, thank you.
Doubt yourself because you're like,
no, but like if you've never done it really, then what do you?
No, I was there.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, babe. Yes.
So
beautiful.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
You said kids. You got how many? 2?
I've got 2 boys. Shout out to my hubby. No, he ain't got.
Is it just you? The only one on the
I'm the
podcast?
only one.
Okay, Okay, I mean, before because we are going to switch. We are going to have the second half of Fufu Tibs come on. But what do you think that like this? You've kind of mentioned like they get some dope things to see in the future and all that kind of stuff. But do you ever have to be like cautious about what you say? Is there any way that you think about the future conversations that can be played back, all that kind of stuff?
100%. I think I do, but I don't try to say anything like embarrassing. But they're 3 and 4, like.
They're gonna be
cute.
13 and soon,
Your mom said this.
On the playground. Oh my gosh. So I feel like even by that time things would have progressed. So I'm not really too conscious about that, but I try to obviously respect.
3 and 4. Were they 2 under 1?
It was 2 under 2. It was 2 under 2. And that's what I'm saying, like it really helped. And because I had them back to back as well. And it was like I was in the thick of it. And it was a lot. And I look back now, I'm just like, oh shit, that was a lot.
That was
like I really didn't understand what I was going through and like how my emotions were up and down and how I probably thought I was coping, but I really wasn't. So I feel like it was a good
year.
No, the year before. Like, so when it was 2 under 2. Yeah. So, but I think looking back now, I'm just like, well, I still persevered and I did it.
Okay, see, that's something because I feel like our generation in general and like the world is very much like, oh, delay all that stuff. Delay. And I like sometimes that benefit of like, because if someone presented everything to you, you're like, oh, logically, let me 1 and then 4 years later, and all that stuff. But then it's like, it's kind of better than just
did it. And
I'm trying to send it, man.
Now,
2 and 1 base.
Yeah, they play together. Everyone literally thinks that they're twins because they're so close in age. But and I just love their interactions. It's very pure, and sometimes like I see how what I'm saying and what I'm doing is reflected in them, good and bad. So I need to check myself.
Cussing.
Exactly. Why are you saying cussing like that? That's what I want to know. But yeah, so it's just stuff like that.
That's cool. That's very cool.
But no, honestly, shout out to you all because it's just role modeling at the end of the day for people that are listening to you, like that are older as well. But then obviously, for your kids too, it's like proper dope, like doing something, paving a way, like literally as well. And it's just something that ends up being, you reap the benefits in the future as well that they get to see it. So that's dope. I guess we might have to do our swap because y'all do have to get out of here eventually soon. Appreciate y'all. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. How many times have we done a swap kind of episode like this? Not too many times. This is the second time, literally second time.
I really thought it was like 2 that represent Fufu and 2 that represent Tibs.
Yeah, for the longest. And I actually don't want to go on Nigerian the whole time.
Oh,
But no one's Nigerian.
Which one, her?
yeah.
I think, yeah.
We call her Shalawa. My name's
I thought you were
I get that a lot.
Nigerian aura about her.
What is
And I say, yay. I've been repping, Nigeria is in Fufu Tibs.
Nigerian English.
like physical features?
Just everything.
Just everything about it.
Well, I don't know what it's like Thames.
Oh yeah, we do say that we like she has similarities.
I mean, I'll take the compliment.
So,
So who about?
who we got with us right now?
Vanessa.
Gillian.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, now you guys need the tagline.
Damn, you guys really called it out. I'm trying to move on quickly. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, dope. Cool.
We might have to copy you guys the tagline.
Man, send it.
Think about it.
Should we do a top 3? Since we got your head to go.
Oh, sure.
So Miles got a new segment that she's been doing on the pod lately. It's called Miles Top 3. But I'll let her explain how this is gonna go
What is
down.
it with this one?
Yes.
Every week I do either top 3 genre or top 3 reasons. So
Something.
I will give you either a topic or just a statement or just anything, and I'll tell you what do you think the top 3 reasons or the top 3 things are for that category.
Okay, so you guys will start.
It's actually very funny because we're talking about like friendships before on your episodes, and my top 3 reasons today is top 3 reasons friendships end.
Oh.
Friendships end. So the top 3 reasons that friendships ends.
Top 3 reasons that friendships end.
So
Yeah.
normally we get our phones out and
write them down.
Yeah.
Think
Or
about
we
it.
can just chat.
Or we can chat about it if you got.
So you guys you can still have your top 3 for sure. I'll ask you guys what you guys think your top 3 are, and then we'll just go through it.
All right, we're starting it. Let's go. All right,
Alright.
go.
Oh, okay, cool. I got change of location, so like moving around.
Okay.
Alright. And I got disagreement, conflicts.
Oh, no conflict.
Cop out, bro.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, you swap out.
No, it's okay. Yo.
That's a big one.
Oh yeah, good one. Good.
And 3.
I need to think. I'm about to check this one around, but I just said change of lifestyle.
Okay.
That's good.
I was gonna say stage of life,
Yeah, I had that one.
disagreements.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it wasn't disagreements. What was it? Frick, now it's gone. It was actually such a good one too.
Clearly not.
What's the top one? What's the first?
Stages of life.
Stages of life.
Or disappointment. So like not showing up for them or something like that. That kind of thing. And then relate like they're one of them's romantic relationship.
Okay.
I had that in my head too.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So mine was like, you've grown apart.
Yeah.
So I guess change of lifestyle works. So like getting married, moving away, all that. I think it was a combination. The other one was I think relationships, like something with the opposite sex. So like me, my friend, and maybe her boyfriend in that situation. We're not friends. And then what was the last one? My last was miscommunication, or like miscommunication, not understanding each other's feelings, that kind of thing. Yeah, because I know that there's disagreement, but I feel like you can break down.
You can break down.
Yeah,
That's what I
and I feel like there are very
Yeah.
specific ones. Like I feel like miscommunication, not understanding feelings. That's definitely a top one for
That's a good
disagreement.
one. That's a really good list.
I had definitely stages of life, different stage. I also had jealousy,
Oh, that's a good one.
and last one is you're just a crap person.
Sometimes you start realizing someone around you is just, yo, you're kind of trash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys got some good answers, man.
Good answer,
Good answer, Steve. Good answer. Alright, I reckon I said like, people who sleep with their friends' partners.
Okay. I think that's the
That's
most
the
common.
most common, most
Or an
common.
actual situation.
I didn't say number 1 yet.
No, we're talking about number one. You know that.
I'm doing my 3 to
Nah,
1.
shut up. I never
And
said
also,
number
wait,
one.
are we talking like Australia or globally? Because I feel like
It's a
in
very
Australia,
Nigerian
that's
accent.
no, like, yeah, I don't know.
Very African.
Like I think
Crazy.
in us, yes, it happens, but it's not like to the extent like when you listen to Americans and British, it's like
It's part of their culture.
Nobody closes their legs there.
I feel like it's actually a weird thing. Like if
Alright, so good.
I slept, if I slept with Vanessa's partner, I think that's too much for us.
It would just
Okay.
never.
Yeah, it's like it wouldn't happen. It seems
Right.
way too left for us.
But that's fine. That's his answer.
Allow it. Put it
That's
put
just
it
top
so,
three.
yeah.
It's concerning the married man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that it was gonna be the answer. That's in the thing. So like a bit of I don't know, just crossing the boundaries in that regard. There.
Yeah, okay.
That was actually pretty much all I had.
Oh.
That was pretty much all I had.
It's strong.
We didn't go last.
I had to look, the camera turned off, bro. I lost my head. Everything's out of my head now. But if I had to, grasp at the for what's left, yeah, trust, move on. Yeah.
So what's the list say more?
So we start with
Alright,
three.
So this is a general list. It was just literally friendships, guys, girls, guys. You know,
Everything.
whatever. Alright, so I'll do top 5 and then we'll get into the
Oh,
top
okay.
3. So in 5th position is romantic involvement. So if one likes the other.
Close enough.
Yeah.
First of all,
So
the thing is called top 3, not top 5.
Yeah.
I don't know why you got
So you got
Okay.
so romantic involvement, so that's top 5. Number 4 is perception of family and friends.
Oh.
That's a good one.
So
I
that's
thought about it, but yeah.
Wait, yeah, what does
so
that
I
mean?
guess how they view those that you have around you. Because you know how sometimes you can not like the people that your friends surrounded
yeah,
So your parents are like, oh, they're this, particular tribe or
North
culture.
extended friends are, not good influence.
Yep.
Um,
No, but it's happening.
Wait,
That's
are your
maybe like
friends-
cultures.
But I feel like that's the thing from your parents. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, Daniel has a friend that's so stupid.
But sometimes friends have that.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
people do. Because you don't want to be influenced too as well.
Or if your friend,
God forbid.
like, they hang around people that live like this wild lifestyle.
Yeah, that's very
Exactly.
different too.
I'm your manager, bro.
Alright, so number
Top
3
3, alright, let's get it.
is lack of frequent interaction.
Yeah, fair.
How do you say
Oh,
that?
no,
Yeah,
say
you
that.
start realizing that friendship was just because of proximity.
Proximity,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's comfortability.
Yeah, we're friends because of
Yeah.
all of this, yes.
Could've
So
Alright.
can we say that? Can we say that I got that one right?
What?
Change of lifestyle.
Very shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did I just say I can post?
Nah.
I guess we didn't get that. Alright.
Alright, number 2, I think a few of you had it maybe just worded differently, but it is friends who are inconsistent.
Yes.
So
Well, Vanessa said crap friend.
Just
yeah, crap person, you don't show up, you're never really there or
Yeah.
emotionally available or just like physically available as well for them.
Yeah.
So that was top 2, which is a pretty big one, I reckon.
That's massive.
Especially when people do go through different
Yeah.
stages
As
of
you
life.
get older.
You need your
Yeah.
friends there.
Yeah.
Alright, and number 1 is drumroll please.
You never get it right first? You never get it right?
Of course I did.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
I actually don't think anyone got it right, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Number 1 was a lack of trust.
No, none of us.
Nah. Yes.
I said jealousy.
He might have got it. He might have
wait,
got it.
How did I get it? Help me out.
Lack of trust.
Yeah, because they're moving shady. Daniel got it. Yeah, take it. Yeah.
Yeah, shake it.
You have to understand, no one can lose this game.
Shake it.
I'm just very, very happy to take the first place position on this one. Yeah. Nah.
We won't do talents or anything.
It was an interesting one. It shows a lot of the maturity aspect of things, and we did want to really get into some conversations around maturity. Yeah, man, I'm trying.
I was gonna say, do you expect your friends to grow up?
You get me?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about this probably as we wrap up slightly here. About this conversation about maturity, because I don't know if you're a fan of Drake. What is it called again? For All the Dogs?
For all the dogs.
For All the Dogs came out. It's funny. We're at our church, like young adults group, and it's come out or whatever. We finished. Nora and I were leading it. Good ass session. He shows me the albums. I'm like, bro, listening on the way out. I'm like, dog, let me just at least sit in this. Let me at least sit in this moment and this atmosphere for a bit. I'm like, yo, I know what I'm gonna listen to on the drive home. I'm gonna clean the house tomorrow with it. Anyway, so yeah, For All the Dogs came out. Highly anticipated album from Drake. I think he put out 2 last year. or something like
Was
that.
it highly anticipated? Because I feel like there wasn't a lot of noise about it.
Yeah, okay.
It kind of slid. Like it was like.
I see what you're saying.
And everybody kind of then found out, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like when things like Views and Scorpion came
I
out.
think
Yeah.
albums are different these days in general. The rollouts.
That's the rollout. They just
Like
dropped
Beyonce
it.
really changed.
Beyonce changed everything.
The game, as she does.
Yeah. So it came out, and then I listened to it on the drive with Mal in the car. I guess let me let you start leading this though, because you had a lot. You were chucking in some resources in the chat.
I don't know. I'm not trying to go, like, we don't have to go too much into the music aspect. I just personally think I've realized the older Drake has gotten, the more he's not an album artist anymore. He's just a singles artist.
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
It makes me really sad because there was potential there, and like I think, like this one was, man, it was trash. Like
I wouldn't be surprised.
honestly, like, and the worst part, this is where the maturity conversation comes in. It's like, this guy's nearly 37 in a couple of days, and it's like the content is so not that of someone who's now a father.
Yeah,
all
I
this kind of
forget
stuff, and it's not even
the
because like girls and this and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like just grow up, please.
The only
I
thing
wanna
I've
hear-
seen about it is the Rihanna thing. Is that this album?
Oh, is this?
Yeah, apparently, apparently
She
he
was
like.
trashing bed. Yeah, I saw that. He was dissing
I saw a lot of digs at I believe slightly digs at ASAP.
Yeah, he's done
You see
that many times.
Yeah, but this one was quite a little bit overt joints.
He's really cringy. He's just cringy.
Like that's just like, okay, you had this interaction with a woman years ago. Like,
I know.
She's a mother of two now.
Yeah, her life has progressed.
Like,
And you're still there
yeah,
rapping
one
about
bad
it.
interaction in bed, okay.
Yeah.
the world doesn't need to know.
I know.
But I think it's more that like, like you compare him to his peers, and I'm like, Kendrick Cole, him. That's always been the conversation, right? And you're like, these two guys have kind of gone into that questioning the value of life and the meaning of life and what being a father's like and societal issues and police brutality and all these different things. And like this guy's
Drake
still
is just there.
giving you.
Wait, I don't know. I think you're expecting too much from Drake. Because Drake was never that guy. J. Cole was always that guy. Kendrick was always that guy talking about stuff like Section 80, all that type of stuff with Kendrick, and then with like
But
J. Cole.
he's saying
like,
at some point.
no, I don't know. I
There
think
needs to be
you
growth.
can't expect that. Fine, he can grow, but you can't necessarily expect that consciousness. Fine, right?
The consciousness is fine. I think the growth,
Yeah, the
regardless,
growth- yeah,
because
I
even
think
like
separate
Future,
that.
right? Take Future. Future is a 40-year-old man that still raps about drugs. But the way he raps about drugs now, as opposed to when he was 30,
it's developed.
is very different.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, he's actually going, oh man, maybe
Stuff
I'm
is
losing
not good for me.
the
Yeah.
ball. You know, and then you can
No, that's fair, but I just think the consciousness.
100%. Yeah. I don't think I was ever expecting Drake to be a rapper that's telling me about who to vote for or like, you know what I mean, anything like that, or like issues. But like, at least just the way you articulate, or like what your emphasis is on as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
So Drake came, because I was thinking about this before. I was like, you can't expect political stuff from him, all that kind of stuff.
Of course.
But Drake came in being the guy that talks about relationships.
Yeah.
And took the heat for being corny at the start. And he did it beautifully.
Definitely.
And where are the relationships now?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Maybe it's a reflection of the fact that he hasn't had good relationships.
Exactly.
And he's suffering. And he's now.
That's what I said. I think man's sad.
Do you know what? It's maybe part of it. Who knows? I haven't listened to it. I even
my
don't
phone.
want to listen because I really like Drake.
Yeah, you don't want to do.
I feel
You
like
want to hold on to it?
Yeah. What she's got?
something when I sit in
I need
my
to get my
car
phone.
and then I listen
I've got
to
some
like,
notes.
play Jesus Drake. And then I'm like, give me a Views album. Because I'm like, I don't want to listen to all this rubbish because this is not the Drake that I know. And when I listened to that Slimy, I was like,
Slimy.
this can't be a real song. Like, this must have been
January,
fake. And I went back and I was like, no, this can't be real.
Is that how the song goes?
Start reading the lyrics.
And
It
it's
sounds
just
like he's taking the piss.
and it's a repeat. Like, do you know what it sounded like? That's what I thought was. You know how sometimes on Spotify, some people like, they release music, but they put a popular artist, but
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
that's what I thought it was. I thought someone was pretending to be Drake, and I was like, this is not real. And then I went to Google it, and I was like, oh, this is
It's a real song.
Yeah.
It's perfect that SZA and Drake are on there because they both have. SZA, I feel, embodies a lot
Past as
of.
well.
They have their own past, but they have very strong similarities in
But
the
SZA's
messaging.
Like, but SZA's like grown a bit with like her last album, the Snooze, the Smoking X, like that's a nice, like it's quite a beautiful album. And this, like it's like she backslide.
Yeah.
Well, he did say he's taking a break from.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because you
It needs to.
Like it's not.
This is when I knew we were finished. This is the analogy my guy used for love, and I said, "This here, I'm finished."
But he also go and then I have another.
My guy said, "Love is like a BBL. You won't know if it's real till you feel one." I said, "I'm finished." What?
You remember that
I'm
quote
even
in
embarrassed
childhood?
for you.
Friendship is like peeing your pants. Everyone can see it,
Huh?
only you can feel it.
Yeah, dog. No one heard that quote ever as a child. Yeah.
It's
I never
stupid.
heard of that.
But I think the sadness aspect comes into play when you're just like, and seeing an artist grow. I just want to see beautiful conversations coming out of things, or like, the growth for sure. But then it's like, you start to think about that person's life. I mean, Joe Budden was recently going in about the whole about the being at the strip club kind of thing, and
Yes, I
he
remember
was just
that
throwing
the strip club
stacks.
thing.
No.
Okay, so basically there's this video that's gone by, and I think this is another aspect of like Drake has always been the coolest guy for the last 10 years. And I think for the first time, people are not necessarily like, yeah, he's so cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as someone who went to his concert in 2016, and I was like, that is the most star power I've ever seen in my life. I was like, this guy did 40 back-to-back hits.
Every single one.
Every single one, the stadium's going
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen star power like this.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, so basically the video is he's at a strip club, and there's like one of these plastic
Wait,
boxes.
who's in the strip club?
Drake,
Drake or
Drake.
okay?
And there's like a plastic box like these just full of ones. And it's like, he doesn't even look happy to be there, just grabbing a stack at a time. Throw it.
That's so
And and that's what people are saying. They were like, that's kind of sad. Like there's a little bit of emptiness there.
Yeah.
Like that's the dream for a 22-year-old maybe.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo,
But you know what?
37-year-old.
He probably has emptiness because when you think of what was the last album that he did that Pusha T talked about his son before that one?
Just before it would have been
Certified
Charles,
Lover
the certified lover boy.
Yeah.
Yes, Certified Lover Boy. In one of the songs he talks about how the way he had a kid is not the way he
course.
envisioned or
Yeah.
envisioned
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
and now he's have to add it. And then the other thing is there's an architectural digest thing where they went into his house and he has a room full of Birkin and Hermes bags waiting for the woman.
No way. Oh, okay, right.
There's like 40 of them,
That's so Drake.
and he's
Listen, that's so Drake.
It just shows that he's really planned out how he's wanted life,
Yeah.
and I
It's
bet
just
that
not gone
now
that way.
at his age, it's not what
That's
he
wild.
expected. It's not. You didn't have the kid the way you want. By now, you would have thought you would be married. I think he was really in love with Rihanna.
Yeah, 100%.
Really in love with Rihanna.
Obsessed, maybe.
You didn't get her. ASAP got her.
Yeah.
Like, and now you what? Like, he doesn't have a girl now. Like. I bet you that he doesn't look. I'm saying it like he doesn't have a girl now. Like I know who he is, but like it's like all you envisioned, it hasn't happened. And then also you're a rapper. You're expected to be in the strip club, you know, heady ones. You're expected to do this, and it's like because he probably feels like he can't grow because he doesn't have the things that he wants. He's just stuck. Like that's how I
That must feel
see.
so empty having.
I know, it's not a life that anyone would enter.
This is what I was saying. It was giving Heavy King Solomon vibes. This album.
That's how the face.
But no, I wasn't even trying to think about it in that way. But when because I listened to the album again yesterday when I was doing my chores in the house. It was a beautiful time, beautiful morning. Washed all the dishes,
Oh.
vacuuming, all that kind of stuff. So I digested as I'm doing it, and I'm like, this guy this is King Solomon right now. This is Ecclesiastes. I was like, the emptiness, like you go from the highs of heights of the type of songs you be singing.
All for nothing, chasing the wind. That's what
And then like I'm like, that's what it sounded like. It really, I was just like, and I was like, damn, why'd you feel like bad? Like I was starting to get a bit sad about it. Like I think the one song that was really dope that he was contemplating a lot of things on was what is it, 8 AM in Charlotte, I think it is. The time and place will always sort you out. You know what I mean? Drake gives you a time and a place. It's gonna be very introspective, bars. It finished so quickly, and I'm like, dog, you were just getting to.
But I feel like the time and place songs are always short. There's 4 PM Calabas.
Yeah,
Passes.
strong song.
You know, they're like
Yeah.
That's a short song. Like
it
I feel
is.
like those times songs are.
But I was like, I think you need this one to be longer, my friend, because you need to talk about these issues a lot more. But I think what I want to say is like, do we just expect people to be growing? Not even celebrities, but like, is there an expectation that we are just meant to like be growing that kind of way?
You get to see him on public platform.
prominent
So you're just
figure.
like, well, what's happening to you? If everybody else is growing, like just in general, why aren't you? What's happening with you?
I mean, but I do expect men to take longer,
Yeah.
generally, to grow. But I think it's just it would be a hard place to be being on such a big stage. Everyone's watching everything that you're doing, everything that flops, all the successes, and
for sure.
I just don't. I think there's an expectation, but I don't know. Maybe I have to show Grace. I don't know what it is, but he has to come to that realization by himself.
I was even gonna say in terms of like the relationship side of things.
Yeah.
Him being he's Drake. He's not just your typical celebrity.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who Drake is. They know his music. It's hard for him to find it. I'm assuming. I'm talking like I'm his friend, but I'm assuming it's hard for him to find a genuine relationship with someone. And so
why would you want to be with someone that's talking about BBLs and shit club like that? Do you know what I mean? Your life has to be a reflection of what you want as well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Does he just need to grow up, or is it like we just show him grace? But it's like, for how long? Like, when is it, are you gonna wake up and be like, okay, maybe I need to start taking myself serious so everyone else can take you seriously as well?
But also the word growing can be very subjective for everyone. You know what I mean? Like growing for you could be physical.
But that's what I'm asking. Is there some kind of an objective version of what we expect from people in terms of growth? You know what I'm saying?
He can think that he's growing, but just not the way that we want him to grow. Do you know what I mean? He's like, I'm growing my money, I'm growing this, I'm growing that, whatever that may mean.
Yeah.
Right? But then we want him to grow in a different way. But he's like, that's not really a priority for me. I want to continue ways. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's also the same. I might want you to grow a certain way, but you're like, that's not my priority right now. I don't care about growing that way. I care about growing this way first because I care more about building my family or whatever. You know what I mean?
Maybe when he takes his break.
Yeah, who knows?
That's what he needs.
Because he said he wants to focus on his health.
His health.
So maybe now that's his
mental health. I think it's
mental health, yo.
Because really, he doesn't have to release music. Like, you can sit down. He's that rich. He has that many accolades. Like, he can sit down.
It has to be mental health.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's mad. What other artists though? I mean, before we I just realized we're gonna time. Yeah, I know, right? What other I guess so is there any time when you've just seen it's like this person just literally never changed throughout or something like that, and it's like, damn, we didn't get to see. Well, why is she smiling already?
I wanted to wake up call on this episode too, but
okay, yeah, we can send that as well. Yeah.
Music is this girl's space. I'm a big Afrobeats listener.
I'm really thinking about it.
I'm even wondering, what does it even look like when you think about it? Is it even like within our communities or something like that?
Someone's never grown.
Yeah, when you just see people that are just like.
I'm gonna say her favorite one.
What's the name?
Oh, shut up.
Oh, word. Swallow? Nah, never, huh?
He's actually in his Drake era right now, actually, because he's not changing. He's just stagnant.
He's always been the same and still the same.
And that's good sometimes, but not when you're 40, pushing 40.
Nah, that's facts.
I think it's
David?
yeah.
You got 3 women pregnant right now.
That is mad.
But I know he's wild, but it separates from his music though.
Yes, he does.
I hear that.
Yeah,
the music is different. Yeah, the music
he drops
is different.
the girls that he's been messing with in the song, but it's still quite separate. So his music can still go while his life is.
That's true.
Yeah.
She said.
Only concerned about the
Oh, she lied.
The last girl so she's not pregnant anymore.
Yeah, apparently she's not. No. Apparently she was never pregnant.
Mazine.
This is the one that was drinking, smoking. All
Yeah.
Was she drinking?
Yeah. She was acting
She
wild.
was just going to Nigeria and so she said she needs to treat. She was wild.
That's great.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people
Grow though.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, because I just look around. I'm like, just think about even within communities.
Usher. Like
Oh, strong ahem over there.
Mary's favorite.
Because there was a time where I was just like, Usher needs to stop. The oh my gosh stage.
It's aged gracefully.
Yeah, but there was a phase where he wasn't doing right.
Yeah.
Like he was just doing too much poppy and like he wanted to still be cool, right?
Yeah.
And my friends recently went to see his show in Paris, and she was saying that she'd gone to his oh my gosh tour, and she goes, it was trash.
Dang.
But she was like, this one in Paris was amazing. She goes, like the real Usher came back. Like he brought back his old songs, the things that he was good at, and then the newer songs that he started, which reflects kind of like the older songs.
Yeah.
It's like he knew that oh my gosh time wasn't
It's done.
his,
Yeah.
right? And so now he's in this new era with his rollerblading and all these type of things. Like he's grown, like, and also he took a good amount of time off. Like he wasn't always releasing music because when
Okay.
when he brought it was that, and then also because he
Make you think, man.
discovered Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
so obviously he was getting a check, so he could chill out, right? But I think it's really cool to see us like this reinvention of
No,
Usher, even though
100%.
he was always there, and I think that's
I'm
really
keen for that.
cool.
Super
And
Bowl.
like, and the Super Bowl, yeah, exactly. And now the Super Bowl thing, of course, I'm a music fan, and like also like Mary J as well, Nori.
I was gonna say
like,
Kanye as an example, but then I feel bad because
In terms of not growing,
they're not growing, but then I feel bad.
But yeah, kind of, yeah, that's
different.
Yeah,
a
that's
whole other bag right
Yeah,
there.
it's a different.
that's very.
Wait, you're saying Nori in terms of not growing?
No, Nori as in how he's stopped the rapping and then now he's doing
Yeah.
Drink Champs.
Yeah.
And it's true, Drink Champs is wild.
But even when I watch
I sit there worried for that.
But now when I watch it, it's so interesting because he was like, I never really went overseas, and now because all these rappers are now coming, he's like, because like recently he was like Italy or something. He's like, I've never been doing that. Now I'm with my wife, and like the way he even talks about his wife, and it's like, you were never like
I did not take you for a drink champs listener. I like that.
I really like the hood stuff.
Her and Mary. Oh no, that's Reverend
Like,
Mary.
no, Mary likes reality TV. I like
No, I like Drink Champs too.
Yeah,
I'm cool too.
I don't listen to everything. It's just when there are people that I really like, and I just watch. And because I continually watch them, and then also like I listen to things like the Breakfast Club. But I'm really interested in just the like hip hop stories and stuff that they all talk about, like Fat Joe with his stories and stuff. I love them.
If you're talking about like music, growth musically, the only person getting it right is Beyonce. The only person.
Kendrick Lamar's up there.
Yes, I think J. Cole is definitely the one.
I think Kendrick's the only one that's undoubtedly.
Yeah.
What? J. Cole?
Who's older?
Don't be crazy now.
Beyonce.
That one album.
Do you know what? I don't know if Beyonce's necessarily.
She's just hidden.
It's just she knows how to put on a good show.
She does. And she's who knows how to
She's like production.
She doesn't miss it.
But I don't know if it's necessarily growth because it's still like okay.
It is growth.
I don't know, because this last show that all my friends went to as well, they were like, it was great because she's a performer, but it's not like
Evolution or something.
wow, because you always know that she's going to be great. You only expect greatness, but it's still the same kind of greatness.
But you just said it. You only expect greatnest, and
No, but I don't think
It's not what he's saying. It's hard to go from the greatness.
It's development of growth. It's just always the same greatness.
Great.
Like she's always just.
So what's about greatness?
She said God.
Kendrick Lamar, because you know his new album, he talks about, my aunties are men now.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. Like
My aunties are men.
Off mic. Off mic.
I think Kendrick has a shout in that, like, he's one of the few people, and obviously the more success you have, the easier it is to do, but it's like, he's one of the few people that only creates art if he feels that it's groundbreaking.
correct.
Right? I don't think he creates for relevancy.
Okay. That's fair.
And I don't think Beyonce was created for
Neither
relevancy.
do I,
I think, I don't know, it's just, her offerings are not that different every time. The sound might be
exactly.
different,
That's it.
but the output is
That's
very much like Big Show, charisma, all that.
And then also, we don't actually get to know much of Beyonce's life.
You really don't.
In Kendrick's, you hear it in the lyrics.
Yeah, you're like,
Beyonce's
my
like,
kids, my...
energy. Like, that's
Oh man.
But she's just very calculated and strategic.
and it's very close. So
Yeah.
it's maybe there is growth in her life, but we will never see it. So really, it's just day after day to show. Kendrick, like as I said, you can go through different phases.
Every album is
Kid
so
Madsy,
different.
there's something. You know, like Damn, there's something. Section 80, there's something.
Yes.
Pimp Butterfly.
The only
Yeah,
other artist
Butterfly
like that with
something.
that album is Kanye.
Yeah.
We kind of
Every album is an era, and it's
Yeah.
this is amazing. I'm gonna end up dragging this, but this is amazing theory on the 7 stages of grief. And the 7 albums after his mom passed away, it reflects each one of those stages in order. And I don't know if that was a conscious
Or literally
if
someone.
it's a conscious thought, he's a genius. If it's
Yeah.
not, he's actually really in tune with his emotions when he produces his
I think it's not.
I think
Because
it's
when you
That's
think
so
of,
wild.
what is it, 808s?
Yeah.
That was when just after his
It
mom
was
passed away.
denial, right? So it's talking about love of a woman as opposed to nothing about his mom.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
you hear it. I think he doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's dope to see the growth and when we can analyze it because these are people with platforms, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
sure.
when you can see that there is actually something that you're now offering, or like it just helps people rather that are watching this to map out and actually be able to take things from it. Yeah, legacy at the end of the day because now we're literally just saying someone that we love all the time, top one, like number one on my rap and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, damn, this guy's corny, bro. It makes me start to think, what the heck am I listening to? Man? Like, genuinely, there was a song and I had to I was listening on that one. I'm like, bro, this is this
far, bro.
Austin.
Feel like I'm bi because you're one of the guys, girl.
I was like, what? Yeah.
Disgusting.
I'm just like, you put this down, and Noah was hyping you up in
This
the.
is a year or two after you've given us. You say you're a lesbian.
Girls, my girls. It's crazy, man.
But that was a good song.
You want to do wake up call and let's wrap this up and get out of here,
A
man.
little segment called Wake Up Call. I'd love for you guys to chime in.
Let's wrap it up.
Basically, it's just my portion where I get to get hated.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
And then,
my god, you're a rev car on the podcast.
Wake up call. Please stop posting photos with your baby daddy or your partner or the photo of your baby or whatever with an emoji over their freaking head.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate it.
Just don't do it.
It's
Don't do it.
so
Don't do it.
attention seeking.
Oh, damn!
It's the epitome of attention.
Have you done that? Okay, good. Before we start hating, she's like, oh. Alright, so we can hate with free range.
I want to post the ones where the emoji only covers
Oh
the
my
eyes.
I figured it out.
All I don't know is the eye color now at this point.
Or when they say, I'm taking a break from social media.
Yeah.
Take it. I would have never noticed.
Oh my god. Yeah, you can reach me.
But the emoji one does finish me. The emoji one does finish me. I get the thing that people are doing with like is privacy now, but my thing is just don't do it. Just don't post it.
You want me
Yeah.
to ask? I'm not gonna take the bait. Now you're sad because no one asked you anything.
And now it's got an emoji for no reason. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Oh,
Like
wait,
I said, double loser.
Y'all ever done that?
No.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Do you guys soft launch your man and all that kind of stuff?
No thank you.
Yeah.
You have a whole private IG.
Very nice and adult and mature. That's what I'm talking about.
It's mad. Yeah,
I
nah.
use my own travel diary.
That's good.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, man. So no more of that, guys.
What's the next travel destination?
I think mine's Ghana.
December.
Dirty December.
No, I'm not going December. Can you believe
We've
it?
done that. We've
Yeah,
done that.
been
Many
done.
times. I want to go different times. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to go
Europe
Europe
for me.
Okay.
Don't know
yeah.
where, but Europe.
It's too big, too many places. Yeah, this guy's finding every way to let people know he just came back.
I was in
Ah, here we go.
Birmingham, London, not Paris, Prague, Berlin, and Barcelona.
Oh, nice. I did Malta, Lisbon, and Amsterdam this year.
Oh yeah, I wanted to make the trip longer, Lisbon and Amsterdam were on there, but I was like, okay, it's getting pricey.
Lisbon's yeah, it gets expensive. Lisbon's a great
Yeah,
city.
everyone says.
We'll plan your group trip. We'll make it happen. We'll plan the group trip for you guys.
Let's
Yeah.
get Carlos out of the country.
Yeah. Maybe we'll start with Carlos. We'll start in house.
Baby steps.
Yeah, makes sense. We'll get there.
At least get him to Perth.
Longer than a 2-hour flight. Yeah.
Hey, he's gonna be asleep for the first day.
He's slumped. Jet lag.
Nah, you guys are crazy, bro.
Where can they follow you? First of all, before we dip out.
At Fufu Tibs podcast on IG, TikTok, and all the platforms that you get your podcasts.
Amazing.
Make sure you interact with their content. It's actually really, really good.
Thank
Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for
on
having
this
us.
episode. Catch you guys next week. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share us around. Head to step1.live/disruption. Get yourself some.
Whoa!
Bye.
Bye.